hear a lot about the war in Iraq. There's a lot of other issues about the war in Iraq. I mean, we have a guy that can have a strong voice, strong military background, international affairs. That's one thing. What I'm passionate about the attack on the American middle class by this administration. And it must stop, and it must stop with Eric Massa.
Again, it's an honor to be standing here with my colleagues as one of 3 mayors from the Southern Tier to support and endorse what we believe is going to be the next congressman from the 29th Congressional District, Eric Massa. The bid for the New York District's 29th Congressional District is by far one of the most watched races in the state, if not the most challenged race in the United States for the United States Congress. And with less than 60 days to go until we go to the polls to select our representative to represent us for the next 2 years in Washington, D.C., I believe that the 29th Congressional District deserves and is entitled to a representative that will do many, many things on our behalf. I believe it's imperative we have a congressman, as my colleague Mayor Hogan just stated. We need a representative that will insist that this country initiates a plan to bring our troops back from the war-torn Middle East. We don't need them back tomorrow. I'm not professing we do that, but I believe we need a plan. Today there is no plan in place. We need a representative who's going to be concerned about the 45 million Americans without health insurance and the many more million that have inadequate health insurance. We have to correct that situation. We need a representative that believes $5.15 an hour is unacceptable, and one that will stand alone and vote for a bill in Congress that raises the federal minimum wage. A standalone bill. Don't need to muffle it in with anything else. We need a representative that will stand alongside organized labor and recognize the benefits they bring to the men and women of this country, such as wages, hours, working conditions, health care benefits, safety in the workplace. We need a representative that will oppose $70 billion tax cuts that don't benefit, I don't believe, anyone in this room here today. Certainly it doesn't benefit the people that I represent in the city of Corning. We need a representative that will not rubber stamp the administration or the party's positions. Only support them when it's right. And I'm hoping and I know that Eric Massa will be that man. And for these reasons and many, many more, I stand alongside my colleagues, Mayor John Cannello, Mayor Sean Hogan, in endorsing and supporting the next member of Congress from the 49th Congressional District, my friend Eric Massa.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Feel it in the air? You know, in just a few weeks, it won't just be the leaves that are changing color. You know, I am honored today to receive these critical and vital endorsements from 3 individuals who I have, over the last 2 years, developed such a sense of respect for. But, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I've got to stand away from it, because the most important endorsement in this room today is from my wonderful wife of 20 years, Beverly Massa. Now, it's not diminishing the hard work, but all the married guys in this room know exactly where I've got to place my vote sometimes. This election is critical. It's not about a slogan. It's not about Eric Massa. It's about changing the direction of the United States of America. We are off course. And nothing shows that more clearly than my opponent, in the dark of night, bringing Vice President Cheney here to have photo opportunities at $1,000 a person. You can take your picture with me free anytime you want. Yesterday, in front of the national press, I challenge the Vice President to set aside a few moments in Rochester to debate me, because his rubber stamp Randy Cool won't. And somebody needs to explain this administration's horrible, horrible policies of the last 5 years. I hope the Vice President steps up and accepts my challenge to a debate on live TV. And if he doesn't, maybe it's because there is no explanation for his failures. But